Okay, now let's do part B of AB FRQ Mock 1. Okay, question says find the absolute maximum value on F on the interval -2 to 10. Justify your answer. Okay, so -2 to 10 is a closed interval, and absolute max and min for a function means when the derivative f prime of x is equal to 0. Okay, so you want to make sure you write that down. So let's look at the graph. The derivative is equal to 0 when it crosses the x-axis. So I'm going to make a little sign chart for myself. Closed interval -2 to 10. And it crosses at 0, 4, 6, and touches at 9. So this is the sign chart for your f prime. Remember, this doesn't get you any points, but it does help you decide where your maxes and your mins are. So now I'm going to look at between -2 and 0. My graph is below the x-axis, so this is negative slope. Positive, between 0 and 4 is above. Between 4 and 6 is below. Between 6 and 9 is above. And 9 and 10 is above. So remember, when it changes from negative to positive slope, this is a min. Positive to negative is a max. This is a min. And then this is nothing. There's no change. So my critical values for my first derivative for absolute maximum, I'm going to use x equals 4. So this is where f prime is 0. And then I also need x is -2 and x is 10 because these are endpoints. And remember, if we have a closed interval, which we do, closed interval -2 to 10, we're guaranteed an absolute max and min. Okay, and you need to show or state that x equals 9 is not a candidate. And likewise, neither is 0 and 6. So you might want to state that. Okay, so now we need to find those values. So the first one that we need to look at is, I'm going to do them in order. So let's do f of -2. And to find f of -2, again, I need to use my initial condition, and my initial condition was f of 6 is equal to -4, and then I add that to, remember this is the x value, so 6 is on the bottom, -2 is here, the integral of f prime of x. So I need to reverse this again, so negate that, integral from -2 to 6, f prime of x dx. So that's going to give us -4 minus, and now I'm looking at the area from -2 to 6, but I'm just using the values. The area would be positive, but because it's below the x-axis, those values are going to be negative. So minus from -2 to 0 is 5, so that's going to be negative. And then from 0 to 4 is positive 11. And then I need to go up to 6, so from 4 to 6 is a -3. So add all of that up, and we get -7. So f of -2 is equal to -7. All right, let's look at f of 4. So same process, I still need my initial condition. So -4 plus the integral from 6 to 4 of f prime of x dx. So again, I need to use that property for integration, reverse my integral, the upper and lower bounds. And again, it's not necessary to write every single step down. I just want to make sure you know where all these numbers are coming from. So it's going to be -4 minus, so now I need the area from 4 to 6. That's a -3. So this is -1. So f of 4 is -1. Okay, and let's do the last one, f of negative 10. Same process, we need the initial condition plus the integral from 6 to negative 10. I'm sorry, it's not negative 10, it's plus 10. Of f prime of x dx. Okay, so I don't have to switch this time. F of 6 is negative 4, plus I need the value of the area from 6 to 10. So if we look at the graph, from 6 to 9 is 7, positive 7, and then from 9 to 10 is positive 4. So it's going to be 7 plus 4, which gives us 7. So f of 10 is 7. And that implies we have an absolute max, because 7 is the largest number. We got negative 7, 7, and negative 1. So absolute max is at x equals 10, and the absolute max of value is